Well, COD 2023 just got announced, and I have some stuff to say about it. And without wasting any more time, let's recycle my call to action like Activision does content and jump straight into it. And if you enjoy what you see today, be sure to sub to the channel. Okay, let's continue. If I don't sound impressed, there's a reason I'm not. I remember when Activision came out and said that they were going to begin their 2-year dev cycle for COD, starting with MW22, and by doing so, they're releasing a new COD this year. Make that make sense.
So that was a fucking lie.
What is this new COD even going to be? Well, it was supposed to be a legacy map pack DLC that would have costed money, but contained a bunch of older maps from the original Modern Warfares. Now, it seems like they're feeling the burn of treating their most recent release of COD much like an action figure and getting bored of it after putting it through the most amount of torture possible. I did find an article from GameSpot that highlights a lot of the details, and there's one specific thing I'm gonna call back to when I go to my final thoughts. I'll be leaving a link for it in the description and pinned comment if you want to go check it out. First, we can assume it'll be called Modern Warfare 3. I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't do that, honestly. This new game is going to be developed by Sledgehammer with other teams under Activision supporting it. And for those that need a refresher, Sledgehammer made the following games: MW3, Advanced Warfare, World War II, and Vanguard. I'll let this speak volumes on its own. Reportedly, the game is going to feature a campaign, multiplayer, a new map for Snorzone 2.0, and zombies in Modern Warfare. What? It's not that it's a bad idea, I'm just confused. Yeah, and on top of that, the zombies mode will basically be Outbreak 2.0, and it's being reported that the mode may become free to play, which, fair enough. For those that played Outbreak on Cold War, we all know that this is not going to suffice if there's only one map. There isn't much more information aside from Activision wondering if they should go free to play with this or include it in the premium release. So yeah. It's also being reported that this year's COD is going to be heavily connected to the Modern Warfare series, hence why I think this is going to be called Modern Warfare 3. The next part of the article highlights some dates of when the beta will be going on, all the way until Season 1, with the game fully releasing on November 10th of this year. I'm gonna use fully releasing in quotes here because when was the last time COD felt like a full release, if we're being honest? To finish out the article, GameSpot said that Treyarch will take the reins in 2024 with the next COD, which has me personally excited because I've always preferred Treyarch's COD over any other studio. But don't get me wrong, I'm not buying it. I know that's everyone's favorite go-to catchphrase of the year besides New Year, New Me, but I'm serious. The last Call of Duty that I bought was Cold War, and even though I enjoyed Cold War personally, that's the last Call of Duty I'm gonna buy. I might as well jump straight into my final thoughts as there's nothing else to really go over, and again, I'm linking the article below, so go check it out for yourself. For my final thoughts, I'm sitting here and I'm kind of laughing at this whole thing, and you're probably asking yourself why, and for that I have an answer. It's hilarious to me that Activision got burnt on Modern Warfare 22 so fucking bad, they had to fall back on their 2-year dev promise and rush something out the door just to make up for it. There is still enough time to go back and make Modern Warfare 22 more enjoyable than what it is now. Activision isn't dumb either. They know what's wrong with the game. They've seen so many people make videos on it, leave reviews on it, and alas, it continues to get worse and players continue to support it. I mean, I don't blame them for rushing another Call of Duty out the door. I mean, they only made $1 billion in the first 10 goddamn days of the game's release, one of the most successful CODs to date that they're choosing to treat like dog shit after all. What this tells me, and should tell anyone watching it, is that Activision would rather ship a piss poor experience for $70 every year and do nothing with it instead of shipping a possibly solid $70 experience every 2 years. Oh, and having your game at mixed for 3 seasons and the only thing to go off of is the percentage of people thinking it's positive does not mean you've made a solid experience. For example, when the game shipped, around 55% of people found it positive while holding a mixed review. Now, it's below 50% and still mixed. What I hate to admit the most is that nothing I say in this video is going to change what's going to happen. People, especially content creators, are going to buy MW3 when a vast majority know they're going to hate it. Why? For the common folk, it's FOMO, the fear of missing out. even though they can play any COD in the past 5 or 6 years and they'll all play the same. You could also argue that there isn't another game like COD out there, and I hate to admit it, but that's true. If you like what COD does, regardless of opinion, you're not gonna find it in any other games like Battlefield or Insurgency. Oh, and for the creators, content. Nothing more, nothing less. And speaking of content, I keep getting this argument of, but Blackout, what about the content? The game isn't perfect, but the content is there. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. You can't use that excuse when A, the core gameplay is atrocious as hell, and B, damn near half the content is nothing but microtransactions. You can bet your sweet ass that Activision are lost in their ways of what it means to make a good Call of Duty, but at the same time, having the perfect roadmap of what blueprints they're gonna shove in your face the next day. Now I turn the mic to you. Let me know down below what you think about COD 2023, aka MW3, down below. Do you think it's gonna be the same old tired shit they've been doing? Do you think I'm judging it too early? Let me know. And while you're down there, go ahead and copy that like button and paste that sub button also YouTube can ship you my content free of charge. This is Sir Blackout signing off to go play the older, more enjoyable Call of Duties. Later.